Hey guys, so today I thought it would be really fun to talk about the time I met Tom Felton. The reason why I want to talk about this today is because last Sunday, Arvid, Finn, and I went to go watch Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and it was my second time watching it. It was their first time, and I'm still on a very, like, emotional Hogwartsian high right now because of watching that movie, so I thought it'd be really fun if I made a kind of story time video. I just want to take a few seconds to talk about the movie. First of all, I was like, my expectations of the movie were extremely high. Like, I was expecting a lot from it, and I literally went in, I didn't want to know anything about the movie. I knew it was going to be about Newt Scamander, I knew it was going to be about Fantastic Beasts, and I knew it was going to be about the book that was released by J.K. Rowling. You know, Fantastic Beasts, Where to Find Them. And yeah, so I went in and I was completely blown away. Completely blown away. Like, all of us. I went with my brother Diego, and Vans and B, and we all went on opening night at the Scotiabank Theatre in downtown Montreal to watch it like in full screen. We had great seats. We had reserved our tickets, I think, like 2 to 3 weeks prior, and literally we were all just completely blown away. I was so happy with the entire movie. I was extremely happy with the portrayal of the characters and the plot and just everything. And my favorite part though of the entire movie was fucking Queenie and Jacob. Queenie and Jacob made the movie for me. Their relationship, like oh my god, just they are the cutest. Oh my god, I love them. I just love them so much. Like, yes, Newt Scamander from beginning to end, favorite character. Yes, just it's Newt Scamander, come on, like you have to love him, right? But Queenie and Jacob just they just like blew me away. I loved them so much. Tina, on the other hand, girl, she kind of annoyed me. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like her in the movies to come, but this movie I was just annoyed by her. She got on my nerves. So yeah, that's it basically. Okay, so from there, now I'm going to start my story about meeting Draco Malfoy, aka Tom Felton. So I met Tom Felton on July 11th, 2015, so this was 2016, sorry, last year, at Comic-Con in Montreal. So it was my third time at Comic-Con in Montreal, but it was the first time that I hadn't volunteered. The first 2 years prior to that, I had volunteered to Comic-Con. So basically it was my first year not volunteering because I couldn't, and I could only make it to one day, so I went on the Sunday, which was July 11th. And so because I had volunteered before, I had met a lot of friends, and a lot of my friends were still volunteering that same year, especially in the photo ops section. So I like met up with them, and I had asked them, oh, like, could you guys let me know when blah, blah, blah. So I met up with them and I was like, oh, could you guys let me know when it's the last call for Tom Felton, because I want to be like one of the last people to meet him so that I have like more time and I don't have to wait in line and all that stuff. But yeah, basically it was more because I was really nervous and I wanted to stay with my friends for as long as I could before just like waiting in line and being by myself and like getting all anxious and stuff. I was friggin' dressed the fuck up, like from head to toe. Like, I had my wand, I was wearing my Gryffindor cloak, I had a white blouse with my Gryffindor scarf, which was gifted to me by Arvid and Finn last year for Christmas. I was wearing my high school skirt, which was funny, but it's gray, so it matched. I was wearing my docks with yellow shoelaces. I had my time terminator necklace. I even had like a book, which was actually made by B for my 22nd birthday. yeah, for my 22nd birthday, B gave me a book that she had made herself out of like cardboard, and it was like a book of spells from all the Harry Potter spells, which I actually cried when I received it. We were at a restaurant having sushi, and I cried at the restaurant because I was so like emotional, and I just couldn't believe that she had made it from scratch for me. And I'm really sorry that I don't have it here to show it to you guys. I couldn't bring it with me, unfortunately. So yeah. But back to that, so I had all of that, and I was dressed the fuck up. I looked like a Hogwarts student. That's what I wanted. That was my plan. So yeah. So basically, I get to the line, like my friends call me, so I get to the end of the line, and there are 2 girls in front of me, but I see him. Like I was in the same, like little cubicle, I guess, thing. And I see him, and I'm like, I was like, Emilia, calm down. Just calm down. It's all good. You don't want to scare him. You don't want to make him feel uncomfortable. Just chill. You will cry later. You will cry when he can't see you or hear you. It is all good. Just right now, stay calm. I was literally like giving myself a mental like talk because I was really, really, really nervous. So basically he's like, he goes like takes the photo with the girl before me. Then he took a photo with the girl after, another girl like before me, because there was 2 girls in front of me, and then it was my turn. So I go and I'm like walking to like meet him. Oh yeah, by the way, sorry, I keep forgetting, but that day B had actually printed out the tickets. I had bought one photo, like one photo op, and B had printed out the ticket for me, and when she gave it to me, she gave me 2 papers, and I was just like, oh, probably like there's just 2 papers, and I was like, I'll just keep them just in case one of them doesn't work. So so basically, yeah, so I went, and as like, so I see him, and he's like, oh hey, how are you? And I was like so nervous, so like I was like really low, like I was like not low but like low key myself, right? So I was like, hi, like I was really, really nervous. And he's like, oh, so like how are you doing today? And I'm like, I'm good. I'm like, how about you? And he's like, oh, I'm fine. And I was just like, I like what you're wearing. And he was like, yeah, I like what you're wearing too. And I'm like, thank you. Like I was just, you know, trying to like low-key be myself, climbing up that like anxiety ladder. Not really, but just like nervous, right? So I was just trying to get over my nervousness. So basically he goes like, oh, okay, so like what kind of photo do you want to take? And I was like, oh, like I don't know, like what photo would you like to take? And then the woman who had scanned my photo was like, oh, Tom, she has 2 photos. And in my head, like I didn't even realize what she had said, because obviously I was just like looking at him. I was like, like it's Tom Felton, basically, though. So he was like, oh, cool, awesome. And then he looks at me and he's like, okay, so how about we do like a normal photo, and then the second photo we'll do a funny one. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, it's Tom Felton. So basically we took the first photo, and I'll insert it right here. You guys will see it's super, super fucking cheesy. You can see how happy I am and how giddy I fucking look. So there was that, and then we took that photo, and then after he looks at me again, he goes like, okay, so what would you like to do? And I don't know how my personality came out, but like it fucking came out. And I like looked at him and like, oh, like I just want to let you know, like even though I am fully dressed as a Gryffindor, like I have green hair, and like I had green hair at the time. Oh, actually I kind of, it's faded now, so it kind of looks yellowy, I guess, but it's still kind of there. But yeah, so then I was like, yeah, so like I kind of have green hair, and like that's for you. That's like my low-key love for like Draco Malfoy. And he was like, well then. And he literally just grabbed my wand that I was holding. Actually I have it right here. I haven't washed it since, because why would you wash a wand, first of all, and second of all, he touched it, so so he grabs my wand out of my hand, and he's like, this is because I like you. And I was like, what? And he just points the wand at me, and he looks into the camera, and he's like, take the photo. And I have no idea what face I pulled. It was literally in the moment. I had no idea what the picture was gonna come out. I literally couldn't even, I don't even remember, and I couldn't remember what face I pulled. But I'll insert the photo here so you guys will see what face I pulled. And then after that, he was just like, well, awesome, this was so nice. It was really, really nice meeting you. And I was like, oh, it was really nice meeting you too. And he was like, awesome, thank you so much. And I was like, thank you too. And he gave me a hug, and then I got out of the like room. I swear to you guys, the moment he was out of view and out of earshot, I was like walking and I was like, I was like full on tears, bawling. Like I was like full on crying. And then I get to the desk where like I get my photos and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like I was freaking out. And then I got my photos and I was like, oh my god, they're so beautiful. I was like, it was horrible. I was like really crying. And then I get out and I see my friends and it was like B, Diego, and John and LaRue. My friends John and LaRue. So it was like the four of them and they're just like fucking laughing at me. They're like dying of laughter. They're like, dude, your makeup's running. I had like mascara coming down. And I was like, I don't care because at least I didn't cry in front of him. He's not here, so I didn't make him feel uncomfortable. Like, I'm just so happy right now. And they're just fucking laughing at me and everything. And all of a sudden, all of their faces just go like blank and like their eyes are just like big. And I was like, what's going on? Like, why are they looking at me like that? And then all of a sudden I feel somebody's arm go around my shoulder. And then I turn around and it's fucking Tom Felton. It's fucking Tom Felton. He had his arm around my shoulder and he's like, hey. And I'm like, hey. And he's just like, oh, like he looked like a little, I'm pretty sure I scared him. I'm pretty sure his thought process was just like, what the fuck? This girl was normal 5 seconds ago and fucking 0 to 100. But yeah, and I was just like, hey, and he was like, hey. So he's like, how did the photos come out? And I was like, they came out really good, like they were really nice. And he was like, wow, they're awesome. And he's like, well then mate, like have a nice, it was really nice to see you. And he's like, nice to meet you guys. Like he like waved to like Diego and B and John and LaRue. And he had also asked them, he's like, how are you guys doing? Like, and they were all like, yeah, we're good, huh? And then he just gave me one last hug and then he left. And literally the moment I like waved at him and I was like, then he like left, went into the door, and I just turned to my friends and I was like, guys, oh my god, like, did you see him? Yeah. I was like, yo, I was full on crying. Like, if you didn't know me, you would have thought like somebody died. Like I was just, I'm a very emotional person. Like literally, like I cry so easily. I cry when I'm happy, I cry when I'm sad, I cry when I'm mad. Like I cry a lot. I can't help it. Oh yeah, by the way, I totally forgot to mention, if you guys haven't noticed, I am actually wearing my UK sweater. Yeah, which was actually gifted to me by my cousin Carmen. So if you're watching, girl, thank you, because I love this sweater. And yeah, like that was basically what happened. It was probably one of the most magical and surreal moments of my life. I still have the photo of me and him on my phone to this day. I can't, wow, it's 12:12. Yeah, I can't even fathom, like, I can't even fathom the right words to describe how I felt that day. But yeah, it was just beautiful, it was magical, and I just loved that entire day from beginning to end so much. You guys should comment down below and let me know if you guys have ever met your idols or somebody you really admired. If you haven't, who would you like to meet? I think the person from the Harry Potter series that I would freak out the most, I mean, Tom Felton was somebody that like I really wanted to meet just because beginning to end, he portrayed Draco Malfoy perfectly. As a kid, I fucking hated Draco Malfoy. Like, I hated him. And that is literally because, not only because of the books, but also the fact that Tom Felton played him so well. Like, from the beginning, even as a child, he played him really, really well. But I think the person I would freak out the most is probably Emma Watson, just because she's bae. Like, Emma Watson is seriously bae. Like, I would just freak the fuck, like, I would marry her, I would have her children, I would cook for her, I would kiss her feet. That sounds so weird, but like, she's so beautiful. Like, and she's just so talented, and also though, oh, I'm gonna go get this. When I was 14, I sent Daniel Radcliffe fan mail and I received this as a reply. Like, yeah. But yeah, no, I would also fangirl hardcore if I ever met Daniel Radcliffe. Dude, I brought this with me to Germany. Like, I couldn't even fit that many things in my luggage, but I brought this with me. Like, I was like, Daniel Radcliffe needs to be with me. And I literally, he's there on my shelf. Like, I leave him there. When me and Arvid do it, I like put it down. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I brought it with me because it's Daniel Radcliffe, man. It's Harry Potter. He's got to be with me. As you guys can see, talking about Harry Potter gets me so friggin' happy. I feel like a kid. I love talking about Harry Potter. Yeah. Guys, I want more Harry Potter tattoos. I seriously do. I want to be, like, covered in Harry Potter art. Can you imagine, though? But yeah, like, I would love to get, like, I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good, like, from the Marauders map, and, the Snitch, and Flying Key, and, like, the Hogwarts envelope, like, you know, no post on Sundays. And now Fantastic Beasts. I want to get, like, Niffler and Pickett. Yeah. It's just so cute. Okay, before this video gets any weirder, I'm just gonna stop now. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, see you next time.